What's going on, Rob? I'm trying to get some sunlight. Rob Trev 2323 here. I just wanted to show you a little stuff here. Ever since I was younger, I used to be like a garbage picker. I mean, you know, who wasn't when you were younger, picking up spare bike parts and spare everything and making your own bikes, putting your own rims on your bikes and all that? That was pretty cool. Nowadays, the younger generation can't do it because there's so much junk man, scrap man picking everything up. But if you're lucky, if you're the first one there, you can pick up some stuff. So I still, at my age, 44, actually I just stopped, I just passed one up, but I still garbage pick. But I wanted to show you a little bit of stuff that I've been garbage picking. Everybody has to do yard work, right? That was actually given to me. I had to get that working again. But look at that. All my yard work is done with garbage pick stuff. Garbage picked or given to me in non-working order. And actually, the only thing I really paid to get fixed was the blower. And the reason why I garbage picked the blower was because it's a Dayton. It's a good brand. It's a what is it? A wet dry vac. And I don't even use the wet dry vac. I just use it as a blower. You know, for my yard work. Things I have to do when you pick up something, when you garbage pick something, when you see a motor, believe it or not. This right here, I have a video on this yard machine right here. I have a video because the cable was broke on the inside of it. And I garbage picked like 2-3 of them I have in my garage. That if one cable breaks, I show you in the video how to replace the cable. The motor still works and shops won't fix weed whackers. Man, I just passed the exact same thing up yesterday. It was the first thing that I said, you know what, I'm not going to garbage pick it. I have too much crap. But as long as when you're this right here, garbage picked the edger, and I'm like, man, that edger looks brand new. Well, it needed a spark plug, and with the spark plug, it needed a crap load of carburetor cleaner. I really had to clean out the carburetor. It was really gummed up. What these little engines need is they need spark, they need gas, they need air, and they need oil. One of the worst things that they can have is no oil. But you know you could rework anything up when you grab it, and all you gotta do is I can hold on my camera. But as long as the engine turns freely, you know, pull them out. As long as the engine turns freely, you could rework it. As long as when you pull that cord, if the engine's turning, that means they had oil in it, so the engine's not frozen. If it's a frozen engine, you're not gonna have any luck with it. But when you can pull it, you know, it's gonna work. This right here seemed like it was never been replaced. It was just completely dirty on the inside, and it needed the spark plug to be replaced. If the small engine is, one of my neighbors actually couldn't get his working. All I did is I took off his air filter, I sprayed some carburetor cleaner, bam, I turned it on. It worked no problem. He couldn't believe that was a simple fix. I said all you need is a air filter, you know. But I said do not run it without that air filter because it's going to lead to bigger problems. So right there, we replaced the air filter, we replaced the spark plug. I think on that one I put a fuel additive in all my small engines. Believe it or not, in all my small engines I use premium gas. These little injectors or wherever carburetors, they get gummed up really fast when you use cheap gas. This right here, the snowblower, believe it or not, that right there, all the snowblower needed, it didn't work. You couldn't get it to go or nothing. I drained all the gas and I put premium gas in there with octane booster, and I kept working it and working it and working it. You believe that thing never gives me a problem? Starts with one pull now. That's it. That's all it needed was premium gas and octane booster to get all the crap out of all the old gummed up gas that's been there for years. Like I said, on weed whackers, there was just this exact same thing I seen in the garbage yesterday, and I didn't pick it up. But weed whackers, as long as you could pull them, all you gotta do is spray some. You can spray right in here. Where's it at? You see right down in there, next to this blue thing, there's a hole in it right there. This right here, you can see really good. Those holes right there. All you do is you spray carburetor cleaner in there, pull it, and it should start up because that's where you spray the carburetor cleaner. It should start right up. These right here, also a lot of them, these right here are dried out. All you do is get another line, you put it right in there because these are dried out or these are unplugged. I do have a video of how to replace the cable in this right here, but the spring was broke, the cable where it wasn't turning. I garbage picked a couple extra ones I put a new cable in there. It took 15 minutes, and it's like a brand new weed whacker. This right here just needed a spark plug, brand new spark plug in there, and that still is really dirty. I didn't do a good job cleaning it because I got really excited using it, but I put a spark plug in it. I put starter in here, starter fluid in here, and I put premium gas and premium oil in there. That right there, at about 15 minutes, I got it running really good where it wasn't stopping on its own, and then no problem with it at all. You know, with the chokes, you got to use the chokes differently. On this one with the choke, you see the choke right here, it says how the choke works. Well, this right here has to be all the way opened up to first start it. Pump it about 5 times, open it all the way up, and you start it. And once it brrr, one time, then you go ahead and put it in the middle and pull it and give it gas, and then brrr, it'll start running with this, with the gas, but only with the gas. Now when the engine warms up, that's when you can shut the choke off and just use the trigger and the gas will work. Now this one right here is completely different. This is the weed whacker. Now this one right here, you got to prime it. Actually, this one got to be primed about 5 times to 8 times. I already know. You put it on A, and you keep pulling and pulling until brrr, it does it one time. It brrr, catches one time, and after it catches one time, you give it gas, and you hold on to the trigger, and you put it on B, and brrr, it'll keep going, and you give it gas, and you let it warm up, and it'll run on B. Now, if I put it to C, it doesn't work. I know that for a fact. This one right here is different. This one right here, it does need work because the carburetor doesn't really work. I have to have the choke all the way open for it to run. So I didn't take that apart, but it works fine without it. The trick to this one is when you turn it on, you got to hit the primer about 8 times, and then after it catches, you hold it, you keep it running, and when it starts to die out, you hit the primer again. It starts to die out, you hit the primer again until the engine warms up. After the engine warms up, it's fine, it runs perfect. All of these right here, I run premium gas in it, and I do the oil mixtures in it. This one right here is easy peasy. Prime this 8 times and it catches, no problem at all. So people, like, they discard stuff because they think that it doesn't work. Well, as long as that small engine is not frozen up, you can get that small engine to work. Like I said, it needs spark, it needs gas, it needs oil, and it needs air. That's all these small engines work. I never went to school for it, never did nothing for it. Like I said, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But look at all this that I got for free. All that is for free. All I put really in them is spark plugs or air filter. This was the only one that I paid $35, and I took it to a vacuum shop to clean it. The guy couldn't believe I garbage picked it. $35. I got a Dayton blower, and I got a wet dry vac out of it. But realistically, I'm hoping I find the garbage pick gas blower, because I love the gas stuff. Either way, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.